anchor of the Giants is hurt, and we're about to start an interview at the 2009 World Series final table. But more importantly, at the launch of yet another of the Doyle's Room 10, and I'm sitting here with the newest member, Dani Ansky Stern, infamous in many, many circles, but also most recently known, I guess, to the televised poker watching audience as the fourth place in the 40K, which I can't find a single person who wouldn't argue is the toughest field in no-limit tournament poker ever put together in the U.S. Would you agree? Or
yeah, it definitely was a tough field, toughest field I ever played. Pretty much every table was just like nobody. I mean, my first table had 0 people. I would say probably every single person on my first table was plus EV in the field. I just had a really tough first table, and then I moved around and it got a little bit softer. But I mean, you never, most tournament tables you start at like any average, 5K, 10K. There's 5 people at the table usually you can't count to 10, and there certainly was none of that in the 40K.
Now, a lot of people I've talked to, including your fellow Doyle's Room member Alec Torelli, said he would love to play it every day. If he could do it every week, it would be the greatest thing in the world.
Absolutely.
Because you were playing with the best, and there it was.
What happened?
Torture. When you're looking at something like that, did you find that your game changed? That poker is one of those games where it has to evolve to your table, but do you found that it got better, or that at the end of the day you kind of reverted to more simplistic tactics?
I mean, you just definitely have to be a little bit more on your guard, I guess, for sort of what was going on at the table, since everyone was at least decent, So I guess sort of start thinking about doing plays you wouldn't normally. A lot of times in tournaments you sort of play a little bit conservatively because you figure that there's so many bad players in the field that you're going to have an opportunity to just somebody's just going to basically dolly off all their chips to you, so you don't necessarily want to take huge risks. You don't really have that necessarily when the field's really tough. You sort of do have to sort of push every edge.
Right, as it comes through. So right now, we were talking about this just a little bit ago. I think it's right now it's really tough for American players to find sponsorship, and with Doyle himself kind of being in charge of qualifying a lot of what's going on here, and only being 10 people qualified, how does it feel to be included in that group?
I'm just honored, ecstatic, whatever you want to adjective add in. It's there really was, like you said, nothing really going for American players. It's really hard to get a sponsorship. So just being part of that group is a great feeling, and I'm just honored to be here.
All right. Now, once you get 10, will it be a hell of a sit and go at whatever group meetings come together?
Yeah, I don't know who the other 10 are going to be, or the other 5. I think it's a good thing that a big part of the sort of message and the theme behind Doyle's Room that they're really going for is that we are going to help them too. If the Brunson 10, we're going to be a part of the organization. We're going to be a part of really sort of driving what they're looking for, because we also have our unique perspective on the online poker world, because we've all been in it for so long. We understand how it works. I think that's just a good thing about what they're trying to do.
All right.
I don't know if that really answered your question.
That's okay. No, that's fine. And we got planes going overhead on occasion here, so guys, I apologize as the volume cuts in and out. But I was going to ask you real quick, where do you feel like each of the 5 so far? I've talked at length with Alec and Ahmed Makija out of the group. At least those are the guys I know fairly well. But where do you think your key skills are in comparison, or do you feel that everybody brings something different or unique to the table, or is it just a general strength?
I mean, I guess everyone sort of has their different place. I mean, poker world is kind of like a weird sort of it's almost like a high school with all the cliques, and everybody sort of knows everybody just by name. So I guess sort of everybody sort of a different little spot in the poker world. I don't know what skills I possibly could have over the other guys, or vice versa, in terms of what I provide for Doyle's Room. But I mean, whatever they would obviously need from me, there to do.
Make it work. All right, now we're going to get on to the fun side, which are the random questions here.
All right, good.
And as a contributing member of Deuces Cracked, I'm sure you're used to thinking on your feet, giving things back. And so some of these aren't going to be strategy questions. They probably have very little or nothing to do with poker, unless in why it's embarrassing. And you're being taunted again. That's nice. It's great to have friends who take the piss out of you. I love it.
And he's fucking from Boston too, so obviously I hate him even more.
Wow, that's one of those things. Funny story for later. Your first question is kind of an interesting one, and that is cows, friend or foe?
I don't understand.
Cows.
Cows?
Yeah, friend or foe?
Do I like them?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
That's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I like cows. I like, steak and milk and cheese.
Tasty friends. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
What do you think you'll be doing 20 years from now, and will you still be playing poker?
I can't imagine I'm going to go. At some point in my life, I'm just not going to be playing poker. I'll probably be doing it in some capacity. I might not be doing it, full time for income, but I assume I'll still be playing somewhat. Presumably in 20 years, I'll have a family, and I'll be that guy.
You'll be that guy. All right. UFOs and aliens, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction. All right. What do you do to keep yourself entertained when you're on a long drive or a long trip?
Listen to music.
All right. Particular kind, anything like that?
Huh?
Particular kind, anything like that?
Classic rock usually is my driving music.
All right. If you could take one band or musician out of this world's existence, literally erase them from the planet, all of their musical contacts and anything else, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. What do I hate? Can I change the question? Can I pick a song?
Sure. If you can take one song.
I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. Let's get rid of it.
Erase that song from existence. It's just about the most annoying song I've ever heard, and everyone loves it, and it makes me hate it even more. And if you ever actually listen to it, the beat is just like da 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 da. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And everyone fucking loves it.
And so unless you're on a house trance and running high on ecstasy, you're probably not really that into it, I guess.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd. All right. Next one here. Worst to be stuck in an elevator with music by Kenny Loggins or Michael Bolton?
Oh, Michael Bolton. I don't know who Kenny Loggins is, but I hate Michael Bolton, so I'm gonna say
Fair
that.
enough. What's worse, bestiality or slow rolling?
I guess bestiality.
Yeah, it's all right. Are you bigger music fan or sports fan?
Sports.
Sports fan. All right. Favorite sport team of all time?
You mean like year? Or
Well,
just
you
just
can go right down to
franchise?
the year if you want to, or just
2007 Giants, obviously.
2007 Giants. And was it more fun the fact that you were beating the Patriots, or that you ended their perfect season, or just winning the Super Bowl?
It was just a combined result of seeing everyone in Boston suffer and everyone in New York rejoice, and Tom Brady cry, and Bill Belichick cry, and Michael Strahan winning the Super Bowl.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Now, what is your greatest accomplishment so far in your life? And how old are you for folks
I'm
out there?
22.
You're 22, so 22 young years on this planet. What's the most impressive thing you've ever done?
I don't know. I mean, if we're talking about poker, I guess just getting to where I've gotten in poker is, I think, a pretty good accomplishment. I don't think many people have done that. But I don't know. I haven't done that much. I'm young.
No, that's fair enough. Do you think the world will be a better or worse place in 100 years?
Better.
All right. What are the actual odds of finding a needle in a haystack?
1 in 348,000.
There you go. Biggest faux pas you've ever committed on a date?
It's faux pas that I committed on a date. I've never committed a faux pas on a date. I'm a perfect date.
You're absolutely slick.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. What do you do when someone sneezes?
I say gesundheit.
All right. What sports team needs to be removed from existence? Now, you can't take the entire city of Boston. If you do one, you have to actually take one.
Boston provides me a lot of pleasure, so I don't even say that. I'll say the Kansas City Royals. I mean, nobody would forget if nobody would miss them if they were gone. You're a Royals fan? Wow, that must have hit home, huh? You weren't expecting that, were you?
Well, look at the shirt. This is my football team up until recently. Biggest advantage a person from New York has in the poker world?
I mean, just living in New York is an advantage in life, so probably helps in all aspects.
All right. Are you willing to try some impossible trivia questions?
Okay.
All right. What species other than humans have hymens?
Chimpanzee?
Nope.
Is it? Just give it to me.
Horses.
Okay.
Horses. How many times a day does lightning strike the Earth? And you can get plus or minus 500,000 here, just to give you an idea.
What's that?
You can get plus or minus 500,000 here.
Okay.
It's a big clue, I realize. But
Yeah. I don't know. 2.5 million.
8 million.
8 million.
8 million times it strikes the Earth. What fictional character lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I have no idea.
If not, it's SpongeBob SquarePants.
I've never
It's
seen
a
SpongeBob.
it's a credit to anybody who's 22 years old who doesn't actually know that. Even though it's out of style, 65% of American homes still have one of these in them.
It's out of style.
Even though it's out of style, 65% of American homes still have one of these in them.
Radio?
Close. Radio's still used.
Record player? No. Tape player.
Tape player, cassette deck player. There you go. What does it mean when something is sophoric?
No idea.
It means that it causes sleep. So if we carry on with this interview much longer, it's going to be sophoric. So what I'm going to do is say thank you very much.
More of those? I was liking that.
You like this? Okay,
Yeah,
we'll throw one just randomly out of the book.
right.
We'll let you just, here, I'll flip open a page, just point to one.
That one I can't see what it says.
All right, mud wrestling or shin kicking?
Mud wrestling.
All right. Most embarrassing thing your mother has ever done to you?
Oh wow, I didn't pick that one, did I? Most embarrassing thing she's ever done to me. Mother doesn't embarrass me.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Favorite Burt Reynolds movie?
Oh, I have no idea.
All right.
I like him on Celebrity Jeopardy on SNL.
Favorite TV game show of all time?
Jeopardy.
All right. And last but not least, what's your opinion of spandex?
So, I like it on some women.
That's
Women
fair enough.
who tend to wear it usually know they can wear it.
All right. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Thank you for coming on.